Let the beautiful things happen with no one watching. And I'm going to focus on this idea that beauty does not need proof. We don't need proof that something is beautiful. It's okay to be happy, and I wrote actually preferable. You know, we get so caught in the suffering of others because we plug in to all the channels, whatever it is you're watching. If you're still watching mainstream media, you're going to see all kinds of stuff and horrible stuff. If you're even tuning into alternative media, you're still seeing alternative stuff and suffering. And then of course that phrase that kept looping in my mind on Monday as I was walking, you know, the dopamine drip of synthetic relevance. You think about, I want to be relevant, sure, but I want to be real. I don't want to be synthetically relevant. And I think that we are caught in this loop because of social media. A lot of people, and I did this for years. I would post on Facebook, and you know, I would post my inspirational photos of me hiking and me doing all the stuff, and me at the concert, and me in Europe, and I did all that. And it's not that I regret it at all, because it really gave me a glimpse of how easy it is to get sucked into that. And then 2020 hit, and I was like, and I'm out. When everything is documented, beauty becomes more of a display than something that you really live inside of. Instead of living inside this beautiful bubble where we get to witness them in private, or witness them in small situations, or a one-on-one connection, is so precious. I feel like it dilutes it if we just push it out there, okay? When we choose not to document, it feels like it's a radical act of just being present, especially now. And I think it feels that way because it is, right? None of it needs to be witnessed to be real. By not sharing, we are more free to experience instead of feel like we have to perform. Where, you know, the lighting has to be right, the angle has to be right, the sunset has to be, you know, you took 50 sunset pictures just to get the right angle so it would look perfect when you posted it on your social media. You know, if you've ever been at a concert in our modern times, and I have been, where people literally will hold their phone up and they will record the whole concert and watch it through their phone rather than watching it and letting the music wash over them. I have seen this so many times, and I have recorded bits and pieces of concerts in the past, and I've never gone back and watched them. And you might be a person who goes back and watches them, but I'm telling you, there is something special about not documenting every single moment. What, are they just going to live up in the Akashic records, and then what? You're going to be able to access all the things you experience here anyway. Like, look at it that way. I just thought of that. And then I thought about this. What about consciousness and having the intimacy of different moments? How can we raise our consciousness when we enjoy beauty without proof? Okay. And then I wrote this: as consciousness rises, there are many people who are feeling a call to be more still, more present, and experience more depth in the moments. And you can't do that if you're so worried about documenting and posting. Letting something remain unwitnessed by the world can be a way of reclaiming intimacy with that moment. It's not about secrecy. It's about sovereignty, and it's about freedom. The experience belongs to you and to the present moment itself. This experience belongs to you. That might be hard for some people to wrap their head around, but I think, you know, this is a modern world, and if you're in my age group or even a little bit younger, you remember that way before there was social media. I remember way before there was an internet. And so the world is changing exponentially. And I think that it's come full circle now to, it's like, we've got all this posting, all this data collection, all that these companies have been doing. You know, we hand over all of our information, exactly what we're doing, all the names of all of our kids, all the stuff, we just hand everything over. And now it's coming full circle to many of us who are going, there's a sacredness in this moment. There's an intimacy that I miss, that I don't get to experience if I'm too busy sharing it.